Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Tesha Gwyn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous. Our party is hitting up leads as they make their way through the northern forest in Cursed Cove, having befriended a pair of dryads in the woods who warned them about the shadow. One of these dryads, V, was in a snare left behind by presumably the same person who nicked the mirror shard from all of you. V has agreed to lead you into the Dryad Collective, where their mom is in charge. And in doing so, kind of leading you through these woods. She doesn't take like a straight path through the woods. It seems almost kind of like going with nature, like running her hand along a tree to kind of follow this way, like knowing exactly where the right place to like go over this little stream is, without disturbing anything around it, as she winds you through the woods in the direction of Kachi, what you saw from the air being the Druid Collective. So my mom's in charge. Like, we just kind of like hang out here. We've been like, my family's been kind of like, has been these woods for like ever, like before like this town was here and before like the storm started hitting and shit. But like, I mean, the more people that come here, they're like, we gotta partner with the town, you know, we gotta live in harmony.
I'm like trying to get like a vibe on you, and it is a million things at once, and it's great.
Oh yeah, I don't like to be put in a box.
No, absolutely. Boxes don't exist in nature.
Or snares.
Or
crazy. That was smooth. I appreciated that. What is your mom's name before we meet her? Seeing as she's presumably the leader of your Dryad group.
Oh yeah, they just call her Mother Willow. I just call her like Mom. Like, she's like rooted in the town. She like her bows kind of protect her. Oh, by the way, stay close to me. There are some defensive bushes and things that work for us. So as long as you're close to me, you'll be fine. No worries.
Okay, heard. Good.
Yeah. So as you're moving through this area, she kind of gives you like the heads up. You guys are kind of getting close to the Druid's Grove, the Druid Collective. Go ahead and give me perception checks as you're kind of moving through this area.
Dirty 20. That was so hard for me to say.
15.
10.
Roll. Okay. As you begin walking, V kind of like talking over her shoulders, like, oh yeah, there's like, we have like some like these exploding like yacarenas that like shoot pollen at people's faces if they try to like break in, and like they can't breathe for a little bit, but it goes away over time. And as she's kind of saying this, there's like a puff of smoke that erupts from the bushes nearby. Paying enough attention, Gwyn, you pick up on the fact that this is not a plant. It is a like smoke from some other source. As this kind of explodes around all of you.
Do I have enough time to try to save a dryad or something?
Oh yeah, let's say go ahead and let's roll initiative.
Oh. Why?
Just to decide who is doing what as this trap goes off, more than anything.
Okay. Why, Matthew? He's like, because
I want it that way.
Because you're under attack.
Because it would be interesting.
I got a
Because it
12.
would let me get the ha-has.
12 from Trigger.
13.
Dirty 20.
Gwyn. 20 from Kachi. And that's going to be a 10 from Europa. And CeeLo got a 5. V got a 4. They are also here. There we go. And I'll make a roll here. As this trap goes up in this puff of smoke, instantaneously kind of like blinding everyone, or filling the area with smoke. I won't say that it's being blinded. Everyone give me a Constitution saving throw as this trap goes off.
Great. Oh. 3.
And that one.
Trigger's big moment. Does he care about these people or not? He was
21.
Oh my god! Trigger's big moment!
This is my big moment.
This is your 20th episode.
Flash goes off. In this instant, the cloud kind of disperses. V just that this isn't not like this. This isn't a plant. Immediately, not seemingly blinded, she's like almost like turning to like assure you guys that this is not her doing. As a figure moves among you. Kachi, you feel a bunching in like the back of your... Actually, to be fair, I'll roll to see who it is. Gwyn, in fact.
Right.
You feel a bunching in the back of your poncho as you get pulled back slightly, and you just hear a soft purr in your ear. Make an excuse to lag behind, and we can make a deal. As you get shoved forward, Gwyn, and this figure turns to flee. Trigger. You see them. You see this shape in the smoke screen. You can just make out this outline behind Gwyn. You see like almost like a heavy like very bulky shoulders, like someone's wearing like a scarf that's kind of wrapped around, and you can see feline ears poking up. I'll say, as you are the only one not blinded in this moment, you have a chance to do something as they turn to flee. They were top of the initiative, so this is going to be like a reaction.
The shadow. And I will attempt to grapple. I'm not strong, but if I could try and reach them, perhaps.
Okay. So with his attempt to grapple, go ahead and give me an opposed athletics check as you go to grab.
The shadow. I got this. I don't got it. I mean, if that's an athletics check, that is a 9.
That does not succeed. You like latch onto like their billowing scarf as they turn to run away, and you miss your chance to grab onto them. But they stop for a minute, look in your direction. I'm actually gonna roll to see if they're gonna do anything about it. They do not, as they, in a flash, are into the tree line. As the turn, like the first kind of turn goes on, this flurry of movement, Kachi This trap goes off. You are blinded in this moment. You hear V chatting something. You see kind of like a flurry of movement and like a rush of just kind of like movement and bustle around you. But already kind of the smoke is beginning to dissipate.
Oh my god. Everybody okay? What was that?
Everyone shut up. Leave me behind.
Why?
Don't say anything. Go.
Gwen, if this is you telling us that you want to leave the group, I think this is the wrong time.
If you speak again, this will be blown, and I'll have to leave with you. Go.
Okay, let's go.
Kachi, what am I doing?
I'll message into Gwen's mind. They'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm not safe, but neither are you. Go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll leave.
And then I'll just kind of stay there. My thought of busy work on stage is I'm going to try to find the thing that exploded.
Oh, okay, very cool. Like just kind of looking around. For
Whatever that was that caused that effect, I want to look for the source of that.
Nice.
And then I'm just going to if the group starts to walk away, I'll just say, yeah, I'll investigate this. You all get back and be safe.
Does the CeeLo and V seem content to press forward and kind of leave this area behind? V is just like, okay, but like the plants don't know who you are. I guess like, can you guys like talk or anything?
I'll be fine.
There's like a stream just outside of town. Should we wait for you there? Like we'll just get like a drink or something.
That's perfect.
Okay, it's actually really pretty. You guys want to see it?
Yeah,
and she kind of just like, okay, plans in place.
Yeah, I head there with them. Is this stream outside of like 120-foot range of where Gwen is staying?
Ooh,
Give it take.
Give me a luck check. I'll say 15 or higher, and it is still within 120 feet.
On the die, that is a 17.
All right. You almost like testing like a radio. Like you're just like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
This is Captain Kachi coming in for Cocoon. Coming Cocoon. Captain Kachi coming Cocoon.
It's like Cocoon in.
All right, just every time whatever's happening, just think about it, and I'll keep this line open for you, Cocoon. If you want, I could also just like not.
Kachi, are you talking to Gwen? Can you tell him I say hi?
Cocoon. I'm trying to think of a funny code name here. Come on, you got anything? Triggerfinger. No, that's too obvious. Chocolate. No.
Chocolate. Chocolate. Yeah, chocolate's a good one. Yeah. It's okay. We can workshop it.
Yeah. All right. They say hi.
All right. Trigger begins to work on a code name. Gwen, as your friends seemingly disappear into the shadows, give me a perception check as you're fiddling with this trap.
17. There.
Like you are like kind of like looking over your shoulder for where this person might be, and you hear their voice from behind you again, having got the drop on you a second time. As this figure, green scarves kind of all around them, not doing a successful job of hiding their feline ears as they stand before you. So, you and your friend have chosen a path.
Have you also chosen?
I operate in the shadows. I do not offer answers freely, but I can offer something you're missing in exchange for a favor.
Show me what I'm missing. Just to prove you have it.
She kind of like cocks her head to the side. Do you really think I would be that dim to carry it with me?
Oh, I would hope you kept it in a safe place.
The mirror shard is hidden.
Oh.
Do what I ask, and I will tell you where it is.
First of all, I'm gonna do what you tell me to do. Can you at least just give me the mirror shard?
It is yours, but I do not know you. I do not trust you. Whether
What-
you're capable remains to be seen.
What do you need done?
The dryads are working with a mutual enemy of ours. They have sided with Veritas.
Okay.
Willow is an obstacle. Poison her, and the mirror shard is yours.
Who's Willow?
The matriarch.
Classic. Okay. Why aren't we just turning them against Veritas, though? That feels easier.
They are
We-
not fighters. The purpose they serve Veritas is by providing the bodies of dead dryads. They turn them into soldiers and bombs.
That's
They are
what
of very
Oz
little
does?
use to me. I would simply rather someone more inclined to help take the position of power.
Do you have a successor intended?
The run of the sort of eldest. The second oldest is an old man named Bramble. Easy to control, easy to pay off. He will be in charge, and he has no love for Veritas.
Have you already established terms with Bramble?
No, I simply know what to anticipate. This is the cleanest, easiest way to solve the problem.
Okay. Do you have a poison, at least?
Check your pocket.
You're funny! And I'm like, couldn't possibly.
There's a metal syringe that appears to be like almost like an acrid purple kind of color. You can take the window and kind of like this tube to let you know that like it's full of something. It will begin to deteriorate Willow in a way that is fairly untraceable. It will look like rot. Very much the same way that the drones that have been created by Veritas tend to appear. They may use Willow to create something, but she will no longer be able to partner with Veritas. Worst case scenario, she becomes the last of the drones, and Veritas is weaker for it.
Do you have any like suggestions of when to do this? Like
Of when to do this?
like as soon as possible? Like tonight? Like is that what you're like expecting? Or
Why wait? Do you come to the druid grove that can only be entered with druids often?
no, we've never been. It seems like a pretty crazy thing to.
Well, it seems like they have no idea who you are.
Let me try something really quick. Can I try to use my Eldritch Invocation to make myself look like CeeLo? Is that something I can do?
Interesting.
Humanoid enough?
Dryads are fairly humanoid. There's not a great like stat like block for them for like being like a PC or anything like that. But I would say go ahead and give me a whatever your spell casting is, whether it's wisdom or charisma. I'd say either one works because it's like an Eldritch Invocation, but rangers are more wisdom based. Give me kind of like a spell casting check to tweak it in this way.
Nice. 17.
Yeah, I'd say you manage to like make your skin take on this kind of chlorophyllc quality, the shimmer kind of behind the skin, looking uneven and overgrown in the same way that like CeeLo was with these mushrooms. Probably almost like for like it would be like if someone knew him, you couldn't pass for necessarily CeeLo, but you pass for like a dryad.
I would like to look at this feline-eared friend, like with my new dryad face. I'm gonna say, do you know any hot-headed druid or dryads? Do you know anyone else in the colony that lives there? Someone who would have a reason to be upset? One name. Fine.
You ask this. She kind of looks you up and down and like pulls her scarf up and around, revealing your own face looking back at you. If you can't do this yourself, I'll do it for you, and I'll do a lot worse.
I can do it. Let's just
Okay. Be back here when it's done.
Heard. And I will turn, change back into myself, and look over my shoulder and say, how should I call you?
I'll find you. And she keeps the guise of Tesha Gwyn, like, as you continue moving on.
Okay. I will drop my 100, and when it finally pings, I'll be like, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way.
All right, she cocoons incoming.
I imagine
You
like
guys are really thirsty.
I like walk up on the shore. Like
But now you have to buy me a drink.
When?
Bye.
Did you catch the ghost, the little shadow person? Did you murder him?
I wish.
Oh.
Damn.
Wait, like, what?
It didn't even find the device that exploded. Actually, it just
No
kind of seemed
way.
dangerous.
There's like traps everywhere. We need to get some people together. CeeLo, can you find some people to go around the like just check for traps and things? Like we just like use a stick. Like we keep stepping on them.
Potentially, like a meet. Is it possible we could get a meeting in front of? We're like, honestly, like one of some of Gilda's higher, like achieved like people from the town, and so if there's some way we can work with you and your colony of people, it would make us look good. So that would be appreciated if we could somehow work out a solution to solving this.
Yeah, like this was able to like break me out of that trap. You did a great job looking to see if you could find where the other one came from. Like, if you guys are willing to help us out, like, you guys are probably better equipped to deal with like metal traps than like dryads are. As soon as we're getting a trap, like I'm just like my day is done.
Oh yeah. Well, listen, we're like really good at defending and stuff, so we can keep you all safe. No, you know what? I bet you can do better. I promise that with us as your friends, nothing's wrong is gonna happen to you guys.
Oh, I know it, Trigger.
Awesome, man. I love making new friends.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Okay. Well,
I think as we're walking, I'm just like messaging inside Gwen's head, like, what the fuck happened?
I'm so scared right now.
Why?
I have to poison the queen. And then I'm gonna walk up to the Dryad and be like, "What's your favorite season? Tell me all about it."
Oh my goodness, springtime, of course. Winter makes everyone so sleepy. It's annoying. And then spring is like a party. Like people are pollinating.
Do you have like a favorite memory with your mom?
Oh my goodness. I like remember when I was just like a little bud, I would like swing from like the boughs of her trees. Like she's so like old that she's like rooted into the ground. Like she can't even go like walk around like I can. So sometimes I used to like go out in the woods and come back and like tell her the stuff that I saw because she couldn't go anymore. But she's like thousands.
She sounds great.
Yeah,
She sounds really cool.
Oh yeah, you'll love her. Do you like to climb trees?
Honestly, never knew trees before I stepped on ground here, but I have grown pretty fond of.
You would not believe how big of a tree she is. I would just.
Are you gonna let me climb your mom?
Weird way to phrase that, but yeah.
Nice.
But she continues on at a certain point. Like she like goes up. There's almost like this like a bramble kind of like wall that kind of begins to form, and as she just kind of like walks up and just like it's like a good door, just like knocks in the brambles. Like, it's me. I brought friends. Guys, let me in. Guys, let me in. It's fine. I promise. They're like They saved my life. They're harmless. They're my best friends. I've known them forever. They're great. The brambles kind of like peel back away. Thanks. And it begins to usher you all in. Walking a bit further, you begin to notice the ground kind of like declining. It felt fairly flat before, uneven for sure as you're getting near the mountains. But this is a definite like depression in the area, sloping down until the trees begin to sort of thin, not in a way that they've been like hewn away, just a natural way, where they're just less sparse. The ones that are still around seem very old and ancient, fallen trees seemingly just from storms or from wind. As you approach this kind of like circular depression in the ground, a glen, the trees kind of forming into rolling hills, wildflowers kind of filling the area where trees perhaps once stood, where until you get this, until looking, there's only one tree that is sort of note in the area, growing up and out of this sunken kind of hole, this valley of sorts. And this one tall tree kind of growing up and out of this. And as soon as like V kind of sees it, she's like, "Hi, Mom!" She probably can't hear us right now, but we have to get closer. But it's like tradition. So you give something to give away. Wave, everybody. Don't worry.
How big is your mom?
Oh, she's like huge. A lot of the others, like once all the storms and stuff started happening a couple hundred years ago, a lot of like the bigger trees and dryads like broke or died or caught on fire. Not my mom. She's tough.
Yeah, no, that is the largest mom I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, you won't find a bigger mom.
Nah.
Yeah, I love my mom too.
No way. What's your mom like?
She's like a kind of calm person.
Yeah.
She
Can't relate.
She also doesn't move much. Kind of strayed far from home. Love her a lot.
That's really sweet, Glenn. It's kind of like your mom's like right here with us now.
Basically, I feel that way.
That's really sweet.
Oh, yeah, I bet our moms would get along. Right.
If my mom was here, she would love your mom. Your mom's beautiful.
That's so nice. That's so sweet. Oh, I can't wait to introduce you. And she like sends Silo away. Like, okay, Silo, should I get some people to start looking at those traps? Remember, branches, not your own legs. UK. Silo just kind of like pops another mushroom in his mouth. Yeah, okay, whatever. As V leads you all into this area, kind of it's like almost like there's like tiers to it, as almost like this rolling hill kind of goes down, a little bit of like a level, a little bit of a level, a little bit of a level. Not super like organized or carved out of the ground. Just seems like almost just like everything seems like it kind of grew this way. There's like a fern that kind of perfectly forms a doorway into like this like earthen cave that you can see like some dryads kind of sitting in. Everyone kind of turns to like look like almost like what? As V kind of leads you through here, but V, seemingly no one stops her or does anything in that regard. Approaching this enormous trunk of this tree, probably like 30, 40 feet around the center of this tree as it kind of grows up. V kind of runs up, and like the trunk itself like does grow into the ground, but there's like these like boughs that kind of grow off the side, almost like ramping up towards the trunk. And V just kind of like skips on up, like doot doot, like just like very acrobatic and nimble, just like dodging up these like tree legs as she kind of like knocks in the trunk of the tree. It's like, "Hi, Mom! I want you to introduce me to my friends." Do I say? Can you have to say hi?
On the walk up, is it possible I can like flash the syringe to these two at some point?
Like V like skips like deliberately like she like, skips ahead to go like prep her mom. Like, "Hey, Mom, yeah, so I brought some friends over. Is it okay if they like hang out? Do you want to say hi? They're really impressed by you." So you have a sense of like these two in Europa kind of being here. Like, okay, what the fuck was that about?
And then I'm like,
immediately message into your mind, no, what? No.
my life is on the line, and this poison is getting pumped into Mama no matter what. So it might as well be me.
We're surrounded by dryads.
Okay.
There's got to be another way.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
How we're gonna get out of here, safe and sound.
You're gonna fly and you're gonna carry me, right?
I don't think Kaji's that strong.
What do you mean safe and sound? Like, they seem fine. That one dude was super high, but
it's gonna take a while. As long as we can do it without them noticing, we can leave.
I'm still confused about whatever is happening, but like I'm part of the crew, so what do you need me to do?
I need you to climb the tree.
Oh, done. And I just
stick this in a branch and like inject it and push this down.
No.
Into
No.
this. This is what I need you to do.
What is that?
It's gonna help the plant grow.
Inside check.
Europa will give you a help action there, Trigger. This is shady business.
30, 20.
24.
Yeah, so you get the sense that, like, it doesn't seem like an ulterior motive. You get the vibe.
Okay.
No reason to distrust it. You don't know what this is.
All right, I guess.
Can't let anyone know because they're gonna think badly of us if they find out.
Why would they think badly if we're trying to help them?
Well, a lot of people don't know they need help. Me, for example, right? You know I need help.
I like mental help or
like if this is confusing you, you can hand it back.
I mean, I don't really.
You can't kill them. We just got here. We do not know these people.
Like, kill what?
Okay, well, a shapeshifter said that they were going to do it as me if we don't do this secretly. So we can either do it secretly or we can all die.
I'd rather die than just randomly kill a giant tree.
Wait, we're gonna kill a giant tree?
No.
What? Is Is this not medicine?
I don't think the tree is sick yet.
And we're gonna make it sick?
Sometimes you have to get sick to get better, you know? Clearly, this tree's not running this forest very well. There's like no trees around. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? You haven't. You haven't even considered it. You haven't considered that this is a bad leader. I'm just saying.
I don't really know how trees are supposed to work, considering I've grown up on a ship my whole life. But V
it's like a strong emotion for someone who doesn't have a lot of knowledge about an opinion.
Oh, I have plenty of knowledge about opinions. I can give you a couple opinions right now.
I think at this point we've been like standing back a minute, so I think Hootsie is gonna.
I'm gonna die. You're all okay with me dying instead of this tree? I just want to look you in the eyes while you say that.
I'm fine. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die.
I would like to bring up the fact that you almost sent me up there to do it for you.
You would have done it so smoothly. You're so much quicker and faster and smarter than me.
I hate it when you try to build me up like that because it's really, really insulting deep down.
Yes, it's kind of toxic.
Trigger, literally the things you do are better than the things I do.
You're still doing it.
You do everything I do, but better. Like, what do you want from me? You do everything I do, but better. I can turn into different people, but it doesn't matter in a town of 6 people.
Hey, hello, Mother Willow. Wonderful to greet you.
The Kachi, you reach next to V. Yeah, so like I was saying, this is Kachi Hootsie. He actually lives in a tree, and you are a tree. That's crazy. As this trunk kind of shifts and molds, choosing whether it looks like the Deku tree or Grandmother Willow. I'm picturing Grandmother Willow as this like a face kind of appears into this tree trunk, almost appearing to you. Much smaller than you would assume the face of this enormous being to be, seemingly magically created for your benefit than anything else, as like it appeared right in this bough of next to V, and V just kind of like slumps her shoulder against the tree trunk as the tree kind of regards you, Kachi.
Hello. It is excellent to meet you. I am Willow. I have rooted here in this place for quite some time.
Lovely to meet you and see the roots that you have put down. A lovely island you've got here, although, you know, we would prefer to get off of it, but we're kind of trapped. So you probably already know that. I'm rambling.
Yes, that is a story for many. Where are you trying to get back to?
You know, all over Morales at the moment. Your grove looks very similar.
As much as like their wooden eyebrows, like in like Indian tree.
A lot of large trees there.
A lot of large trees.
I imagine I would be a dwarf among the boughs. It is an honor to be in your presence.
Well, it's still a grand tree that you are. I can see that you have many stories to tell and have a long life yet to live.
I fear not as long as one would be natural if Veritas has their way.
What do you mean?
My daughter tells me that you are from the town. You don't bear the cloaks of those that dwell in darkness, the blue-cloaked Veritas.
Oh, we have some if you want them.
I would rather... it may be best for my gathered family not to see them, stressing them out a bit.
Oh, yeah, no. They're all from people we killed, if it makes you feel better.
I suppose death is a natural part of the cycle in some senses, but...
I agree.
Veritas has interrupted our own cycles.
Wait, you're not working with Veritas?
No, they collect the dead, the dryads that pass, the spirits of the woods. They steal them away and create something out of them.
Do you guys not drop your dead trees in the ocean? That's what we do with bodies on pirate ships.
Oh.
Well, one time we ate one, but we were really hungry.
I suppose there are some spirits of the woods that find resting places in the ocean, but typically becoming the lone nutrients for other plants is our preferred fate.
Yeah, I think we have seen a few of these turned dryads.
They were assholes. I mean, like, they didn't really have anything going on in their heads, but, like, just because they were working for Veritas.
Please don't blame them for their fate. I assure you that many of them would have chosen to avoid such a ordeal. It was posthumous.
Could I do an insight check?
Look on the tree. Yeah. So you're not providing these. I just want to once again go over it. You are not willingly giving these bodies.
Veritas hides in the woods, stealing space for themselves. They are
Very-
caught between them and the town.
And
I have in the past worked well with Gilda. She suspects us of aiding Veritas, but it is not the case.
and no other groups or subgroups of people are you worried about?
One of our group
The shadow.
argued in favor of Veritas, and they were sent away.
Who was that?
In doubt.
Right. We've heard about her. She's in exile from here.
Yes.
Because she was friends with Veritas?
Yes. She
Did
argued
shenanigans.
in favor of an alliance. She was not alone, but she was the leader, the most outspoken, the loudest in the chorus.
Oh my god.
We saw her just today. That's wild.
I wish her well, but
Oh.
this
Hi.
discord, disharmony can...
Do you think she wishes you well?
touches us. I would hope. She wouldn't look back with ill tidings. I know her desires lie beyond our valley, and I simply wish to protect it. We were not diametrically opposed, just an difference of opinion.
So if Doubt doesn't wish you ill, do other people?
My reach is impressive, protective, but it is not vast. It has been long since I've met with Gilda in person. I know little about the town. I know Veritas simply because they encroach on our territory. The boundaries of where my dryads once safely roamed.
When did the shadow appear? We're looking to help you clear it.
As my daughter says, you are better at dealing with these sort of things than our peaceful dryads. Hardy and strong as we are, fighters we're not. The shadow is here because Veritas is here.
As in Shadow was working with Veritas?
Like a cat and mouse, I presume. The shadow believes its prey to be in the area. They see us in the area and count us as their enemy. I would be much happier to have Veritas out of my bowels.
V said that she's seen Veritas walking through the forest.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
know
they're so they haven't
hard
always
left
been
talk.
here. There's like this old, like this creepy ass temple. I remember I explored it once when I was younger, and I got grounded, like literally grounded, because like I got planted in the ground for like a month. We're not supposed to go, Mom. I know, but they've been buzzing around there more and more, and all of a sudden there was defenses, there was guards. They had sort of made it their own, and it used to be like it like was this like magical temple. We didn't really use it, but like, why did they need it?
Okay. Okay.
Well,
I can like show you. I don't.
that sounds great. I wish I could be a little stronger before I did that, which is why I was trying to find something that was very important to us.
Well,
Have you guys-
the something that might be very important to us might be there, unfortunately.
You think the mirror shard is going to be in the temple?
It might be if we're being lied to, if I feel like perhaps I was lied to, then
You're-
everything.
Would you want to be truthful in this moment?
Is that what
And-
you are asking me to do, Captain?
Is there a reason why we're all talking like this?
Yes.
What do you mean? This is like what it
So-
sounds like whenever anyone talks.
Social constructs.
Oh, you're right.
See that
Before I ask Tesha to talk to
Yeah,
Willow,
you rolled an insight check at one point.
I did, yeah. There's no way to get advantage on that.
Trash. You're trash and you could never.
I got a 12.
Trash you could never, and now magic can't even compel me.
Hard to get a read on a being such as this. Most trees that you have seen are inanimate and you live in them. So not a whole lot to pick up on.
There's so much here. Why is this island to happen? Why couldn't we just defeat the curses? Now there's political intrigue. Oh my god. Tasha, as your captain, I would like for us to try to get all the pieces of this puzzle.
No. Okay, great. That's
So
top-
yeah,
I
I can do it. No, I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. No, I have an idea. Great Willow, leader of the Dryads. I come to you bearing dark news. I fear your life is short-lived. Or at least that is the intentions of the shadow figure in your forest. For I was threatened today to poison you with this. I will gesture over to Trigger to present the poison.
Wait, wait. I wasn't gonna do it. I didn't know. I was lied to. I thought it was
told.
medicine.
I was told that if I did not poison you, then a shapeshifter using my face would come here to poison you.
Oh my god, that's like fucked up.
Now it's a little messed. It's a little crazy. I also was told that you are providing Veritas with bodies to create these technological naturalistic fusions that happened to attack us yesterday. So, I'm a little hurt, I'm a little confused, I'm a little scared. And I'm hoping that you can understand that someone does not wish well for you. And they also, and this is proof I'm telling you the truth, I wouldn't know this person exists, but there's a person who's your successor named Bramble, who is probably not all there because they were deemed easy to control. But they did not know of this assassination attempt. Then again, they did lie to me, so they could be lying throughout their entire story. This could also not even be poison, and perhaps you know this figure, you know the shadow, and you knew that we were coming here to poison you, and you were hoping we would tell the truth, in which case, we passed.
Gwen, remember that help that you asked about earlier? I hope it's professional.
This tree looks at you with a face that approaches pity. When our children are scared and confused in difficult places, including temples they have no business going to. Like swivels, like look at V. It is a parent's responsibility to step up and counsel them. V told me your mom is a calm and grounded person as well. I'm sure that she would fear for your safety and concern as well. As a mother, I assure you, your honesty is appreciated. I will take the concerns with Bramble under advisement. He is an elder tree. Perhaps he and I can come see eye to eye, bow to bow.
No, I don't think that's what you need to be worried about. He's your successor. He will always have, if there's a set like structure, he'll always have like the incentive to get rid of you. The best thing you can do is just be a good leader.
Sound advice.
Like, you don't need to come to like, the dynamic will always be tainted by the power dynamic between you two. But I don't know, maybe trees are different. I'm not here to talk. But someone wants to stab you with a little syringe. You're going to go soon.
Knows that someone has their sights set on me. I assure you, gathered here, we... Sorry, talking like that makes me yawn. We know nothing. I have not willingly donated the carcasses of my fallen to this group. No matter what they say, what the shadow believes, they are mistaken or are misleading you. If their intention is to see me fall, in time perhaps it will come to pass. It's not a burden that I wish upon you.
I just want you to know I didn't do it.
Of course.
No. If I still think that they have the shard in that temple. Because the person who came to speak to me didn't have it on them. They said it was hidden in a safe place. And they were going to tell me the location after I did this.
The person who lied to you about absolutely everything said that they didn't have it on them.
Yeah.
Okay. I really just feel like we need to work on some key points of...
I just think that if it would not be on them, they would just leave it.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah. That's great. We're going to talk. So
a more great willow with your
Silence.
roots reaching down. Do you know if there's a labyrinth underneath this earth, especially near this temple?
Oh, yes. I can feel it.
What?
Ever changing and growing, shifting. The temple protects the entrance to this mess of tunnels. That's why I advised my daughter to avoid it, lest she be lost forever.
So
You remember when we were in Doubt's vision, where we saw not only, well, I don't know, you haven't described what Shadow looks like.
I mean, feline ears. The name alone sounds like a tabaxi. I know I'm going to get murdered by this person. So
Not only we've seen Shadow, but also at the middle of the labyrinth was the bastion of truth with a gathered truth orb. Serve the truth if anyone asks, and tell them such.
Kachi, I'm not going to that labyrinth.
Well, we're going to have a talk about that later, too.
I think the last mirror shard is in the trigger.
What do you mean the last mirror shard? There's plenty of mirror shards left. There's so many mirror shards that we could go and we could freaking tile the front of our house somewhere. We don't have to go there.
We're not going there right now.
Okay.
Right now, we are going to find this shadow.
That's
Where
the
is-
plan?
Oh.
We're going to get ambushed and I'll die?
I don't think we need to be ambushed, but it's either A, go to the entrance of this labyrinth where I don't think we need to be right now, or B, I feel like we're either stuck here or we leave.
There's
If we leave, the
As
shadow
soon
is
as
going to
we
be
leave,
there.
I'm going to die. This person said, kill the tree or I'll kill you.
I won't let anything hurt you, Gwen. If we don't go to the labyrinth, I'll protect you. I'll kill him. I'll shoot him in their face. I'll shoot him so that you know how like cats love their buttholes? Like that cat will have like another butthole from all the shoots I'm gonna like put in them. They're just gonna like be filled with buttholes. Please. I don't want a labyrinth. We could go to the orphanage too. There are kids who need us.
My vote is labyrinth, but I am for whatever you want to do, Kachi. It feels like the person named Whispered Dagger. That feels deadly.
That's your. What are you gonna do? That you have to kill that person eventually, don't you?
Yes.
Or not? Or apparently marry them. I don't really know how it works.
Yeah, those are the only options.
Did you try seducing the shadow?
My thought is if we go on the way to the labyrinth, when we get there, I feel like they're going to be watching us do it anyways. So we can basically switch roles that we did today. I checked the back. I think that's what your job will be. And when you see the shadow, you can just begin firing. But every single person we meet from now on could be this shadow because they can change their face.
Why'd you even take this stupid path if you were just gonna be scared of it the whole time?
Well, I thought it was a little less like they're out to get you. I felt like it was duelisty. It felt like it was going to be more like honorable.
Is there anyone here that can look at this and see if we can use it against the shadow, or is it just for trees? And like I look
It
for
said it would
pile.
incur rot.
It says weed killer on it. Like
Raid.
it's just right.
That's long.
The
Yeah.
way it was described, it sounded like plant killer, to be completely honest.
I mean, you could probably identify it. Unless I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I know that you can do that? Yeah, I know you can do that.
Yeah, well, I did it. For the scimitar when we first got into the House of Violets.
I think honestly, a safer bet for us, weird choice here, is to sleep here. Because that way,
We're already.
think about them thinking that I accepted the task and I was like, I'm going to infiltrate. I have to blah, blah, blah. They would think that could take they said, if you don't do it fast, I'll come find you. But
Hey, Will. Can I call you Will?
oh my God, Willow, this like ancient tree.
Certainly. However I appear to you, Trigger.
Thanks, Willie. Question for you. First of all, you can keep people out of here, right? Like the shadow or the Boken or whatever literally gave you the task. You can keep people out who aren't intended to be in, right?
Only dryads are able to enter this without great effort.
Okay.
Tremble
Great effort.
protects the surrounding borders, and we are all protected in this haven for as much as.
But let's say
the surroundings
something-
afford us.
Let's say something got in, and let's say it killed you. Again, not me wishing that. I wouldn't like that to not happen. But what would that look like for the rest of the forest?
Will it takes a moment to think, like kind of like in retrospection. Forests are resilient. They are strong. They overcome. I have led and protected this one. Gave it my nutrients when it needed a boost. Given shade when the sun was blistering. If I was poisoned, if I was struck by lightning, if termites filled me and chose to devour me from the inside, the forest would suffer for a time, but it would regrow. I would break down, become the soil, and grow back.
Okay, all right. We don't need that much time. Here's the thing: when I was on the ship before, and I wanted to get out of doing some of my other duties, and Kelby, the other cabin boy, would come around and he'd be like, "Hey, you gotta swab the deck," and I was like, "You can swab yourself, you mother." Anyways, I would sometimes just pretend like I was dead, and obviously I wasn't, but I would hold my breath for like a really, really long time. And you know how my skin's blue now? You should see how blue it was getting then. And I would do that, and they'd be like, "Oh, man, Trigger's dead," because he was a fucking idiot, and he would leave, right? What if you just, like, could you give us, like, a day where you pretended to be kind of not alive? Give us a little bit of time. We trick the little cat thing, little fucker, and then we figure out what we need to do. We got poison here. Not that we should inject it, but like, what if we had like a little bit, but not enough that it would actually do it. Then we could take out your enemy for you.
This is a very good point. DM to Trigger. I think Willow will kind of like search back in her Rolodex that she definitely has. What you ask is inducing a state of hibernation.
Sure, big words, but I believe it.
Trees will do something similar when faced with trauma, flame, drought. I can be lulled to sleep by my gathered dryads. If going into slumber and coming out is not a quick process for someone as old as I, but if you are willing to step up in the name of protecting my forest, I would be willing to rest for a time for you.
Gwen?
I mean, I think that's the best chance of survival for both of us.
We convince the Boken that you're dead. We lure it out. We get the mirror shard because that's important. And we kill the shadow.
They're not. The shadow's not the Boken.
I don't know. There was a cat both times.
Yeah, we didn't get a name, but
Was it? Well, okay. I technically saw it. I guess Gwen saw it too. Did it look like the Boken?
You've heard the name the Boken in the vision that Doubt showed you.
Yes.
Where you saw like this person.
Oh, that was not the
before.
Boken. That was not
No,
the
that was
Boken.
not
You're
the
right.
Boken.
That was a cat-like figure. Apologies.
They asked the party about the Boken.
You're right. You're right. Did it look like the cat from the vision though?
It did.
Okay, great. Sorry. I just name drop without really meaning to.
My worry is that when we leave here, I believe, Gwen, you are right, that it is a very real possibility that the shadow is going to be there. And I think even if one of us were invisible, the shadow is going to know. And it's not going to make a difference.
Well, but then it wouldn't have made a difference either way. Either it was going to uphold its side of the bargain and give us the mirror shard back, or it was going to kill us either way. At least this way, it thinks that we're on its side.
technically, it
I
never said
agree.
it was going to give us the mirror shard. It was going to tell us the location of the mirror shard.
It really is a shit. I hate cats.
But that's the thing. I think we already know where the mirror shard is.
But we still want to take out this figure. One, because it could be the whispered dagger thing and, you know, anything to help you guys along your little trail marking. And two, because the dryads need help.
Willow, is there a location nearby with a ravine and a fallen tree with on the other side a bigger fallen tree that has a notch in the center of it, big enough for someone to be inside of? I try to explain like what the vision was. And, like,
you described
the
this
location.
ravine, and Willow kind of closes her eyes for a moment, and kind of like thinks
within the boundaries of our forest, there are mostly streams and small bodies of water. There's one river that flows with more expediency down from the mountains and out to the sea. If there is a ravine, it is likely going to be along that river.
and it conveys it's kind of like more towards the like eastern side of their territory.
But as if I am to slumber, it would require a ritual from from those dryads gathered here. It could be guised as a song of mourning, as if by the passing of their matriarch, to sell this deceit. In the name of protecting the forest, I'm willing to play along. Once I close my eyes and am lulled, it will be some time before I am able to wake.
What's some time?
Weeks?
Oh. Oh.
But
Better than dying.
I believe I can trust you. All I ask is that at some point you either advocate for us that we know nothing of Veritas's use, or eliminate them. Stop them from using us in a way that we wish not. Doesn't have to be today, just in time. Like Mother Nature, it can move slowly as long as it's done well.
You have our word.
Yeah, and you have my plunger puss.
Gives a quizzical look at Trigger, but has generally copped their vibe. Europa kind of like nods her head alongside you guys.
We both take great risks for our own safety, so I appreciate you trusting me, and I will trust that you won't forget this as well.
I hope it's not presumptuous to say. I assume your mother would be proud.
And V kind of like, look, I can get all that kind of organized if you guys want to sort of. We can start casting it. I can kind of leave that whole thing here if you guys wanted to sort of like slink out or sneak out however you need to.
Yeah, we would leave before.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. I can get everyone organized and everything.
Yeah, we kind of want it to happen like just a little bit after, like we step outside and then you like we hear somebody go like, oh, why they were so young, they had so like that kind of thing. Like you can like hear it behind.
We had another millennia.
Yeah, like
Nice heartbreak, screaming, crying, the works.
yeah, that sort of thing to really sell it.
Oh yeah, I got out of so much trouble that way.
Okay, amazing. Again, really dig what you're putting down.
Oh, you're so cute. Yeah, so we can do that. So we can do that. We should do something about that. Like points like the syringe.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to like drink it?
Can I
Honestly,
can I
we
just like take,
leave it here.
I was gonna can I take 10 minutes to identify it?
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, so you can sit here and do it. It feels like you identify it, you kind of like do this ritual casting of this, harmonizing it in the same way. This combination of just like attuning yourself to this object while also sort of tinkering with it in the way that like a craftsman might. Diving in, it's a fairly mundane syringe device. The liquid inside is a form of poison derived from almost like it's a version of almost like the blight spell, but like condensed and concentrated. Just so that because that way it does like simply like to target plants. You get the sense that like it could hurt a living thing too. It's just especially effective on plants. And with this like formula, it's meant to like concentrate, like a concentrated dose spreads, affects it, and staying potent over time.
Yeah. My hope was that we could have used this against the shadow, but
you get the sense like when Trigger says like if you like suggested drinking it, like it would hurt, like it would not be a good idea. So like a non-plant would be damaged as well.
Honestly, Trigger, we've had some tension, so you should keep that, and then you can save that for someone that is hurting you.
Yeah.
Oh, I fully intend to shove this right into that cat and get it vaccinated.
Yeah, just think about it that way. If we can get rid of the shadow before we go inside the labyrinth, you don't need to go inside the labyrinth.
Oh no, I won't be going inside the labyrinth.
Right? You might need to if that's where the mirror shard is and that's where the shadow is, then we'll need you.
That's really crazy because I won't be there. But yeah, I'll help you with everything beforehand. Let's go kill the shadow.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, unless something's inconveniencing trigger, then let's not kill the shadow.
Oh,
Europa, help.
Yeah. Do we have a plan? Like, do you want to lead this?
We should look like we're scared as fuck and running away.
No, I agree. I think we should do that.
Okay, but not like running, like walking really fast. You know,
Yeah,
like trying to look kind of normal, but we know we don't look normal because we're like walking too fast for normal people.
Kids that are scared of getting told to not run around the pool.
Yeah, definitely sneaking into the kitchen at 4 a.m. energy.
And I think if there's a way that we can not go out the way we came in, like we are like sneaking out like a back entrance.
Wow. Yeah.
Great. And Gwen should have a bloody nose. Gwen, come here.
Why would I have a bloody nose if I didn't?
Yeah, just come here. It's okay. Just come here.
No, I think it's good. I think it's good unless you want to cut throat.
We just really we gotta sell it. We're gonna give you a bloody nose, and we're gonna little bruised eye.
And you should like lose a couple fingers.
I already lost an eye. Sorry. It's crazy.
Well, is the other one?
Winks at you. Let's go.
Winks with the eye patch on. Just blinks in your direction. So the dryads, like you guys communicate this to V. She begins kind of organizing people. Still kind of like with this like flase da attitude about things, but does kind of step up almost a bit to be like, okay, I have to take care of my mom. Okay, yeah. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Okay, yeah. So so CeeLo is going to like take you out like the side way, as if you guys kind of like broke through. If we're being honest, if you're running through those bushes, you should probably get cut up a little bit. So to sell it, you should probably get scratched up a little bit on the way out, like we realized partway through. I'll tell them to be nice.
Thank you.
But that way it'll help sell it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fair.
Absolutely. Anything we can do. Is there anything else that you got before you guys step out to sell this? Is there anything what do you guys like? He's gonna, the shadow's gonna see the syringe wasn't used. Is there anything you guys can do to kind of prepare that?
Yeah, well, that was my only other thought, right? Like I could hold on to it, or we could pretend that it was here, like we left it behind. And I could just hold on to it.
Well, yeah, I was definitely don't tell him we have it.
You just want me to like stuff it in my pants?
Yeah, hide it. Yeah. Put it in your gun for all you know what I mean? Like,
wait, do you think I can shoot it?
I don't know what you can do.
I put it in my gun.
Honestly,
that's
cool. That's cool as hell. Sure.
I fucking have a blight bullet, baby.
Next bullet is a blight bullet. As soon as you see the shadow.
Point blank. Point blight.
Point blight.
Point blight. Yeah. And then other than that, no. How do we let you know when everything's all safe and we're good, that you're good to try and wake up Mom?
I'm gonna disguise self as CeeLo just to do it.
All right.
Nice.
When things are clear, we know how to get back here. I can try to message someone in the grove.
Oh, of course. The guards of the grove are living plants, so even if they might not be able to sort of respond to you, but they can get me a message as long as you guys are kind of close.
Awesome. Can I insight check V? Now I'm just like, everything's going haywire, and I'm like, I've got to check all these options. That was almost a 17, but instead it's a 11.
V's seems very like focused in a way. Like even as you're looking at her, she's not even like purely kind of like rooted in the conversation. It's like she's thinking of like so many other things. So even as you guys are talking about like how do we get back, and she's just and she's like, oh, and I think like this ritual to kind of really put her to sleep will take a while.
Okay.
It's like a chorus kind of casting this spell that will sound like morning.
Cool.
If you guys come back in a few days or so, that's fine. Even like probably the spell will finish casting the spell by the end of the day, but she can be asleep for a while, and I'll keep everyone okay.
Got it. Awesome. Just making sure she wasn't like too like, you should leave the vial here with me. Give it over.
But with like specifically the vial thing, it feels like it's coming from looking like, okay, I'm in like organization mode. Like these people are, I need this person and this person, I need this person, this person, this person.
Right.
To make sure I can get these people out of here safely. What are you doing about that? What are you doing about that? What are you doing about that?
Cool. Awesome.
Yes. Sorry, I misunderstood what you were kind of like trying to get the vibe of.
Very good.
You guys ready to do the best acting of your lives?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody, do your emotional prep.
The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
Betty bought some butter.
Yeah.
But she said butter's better.
Taking the lead on this one, Gwen.
Yeah, and I'll transform my body into bark. Looking
Nice.
illusion.
Europa casts guidance on you.
Nice. Thank you.
As the party makes their way out, kind of coordinating with V, everything is in place. You charge through these brambles.
Gwen, why did you do that? That's a terrible idea.
Gwen, why didn't you say anything?
Everyone
You'll
takes
never understand saving yourself the way I do.
2 points of piercing damage from the brambles, just enough to make it look good.
11% of my health.
That was loud in the mic, I'm sorry. As you charge through these brambles, making your way back to the clearing, circumnavigating where you guys were, like kind of like almost like doing this big act of like falling and tripping. As this act is happening, this is a big ol' scam, and it will not be easy to pull off. During the run from the Druid Coven, I forget what I called it. It's not a coven.
Grove? Glen?
Druid Grove. To the meeting point. What are the three of you doing to help sell this facade?
I am going to be very truthful in everything that I say for the next minute. The fact that you wanted me to do it and were willing to trick me to do it is like the thing that is kind of annoying, you know, because like I've been giving you a lot of benefit of the doubt so far. And like, you're like, sure, you have walls up because, you know, you were in some type of game and like, I guess people are out to kill you. But like, why me? Just because I'm the kid, which by the way, uncertain here, I think I'm still older than him and he's the captain. How am I doing?
I'm saying, shut up. Just less is more approach. I feel like I'm panicking. I think I'm going to be looking for like safe havens or like different locations to hide behind. You know what I mean? In the jailbreak that we're experiencing, I'm looking for cover. and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think like if I were running away and making sure that the druids don't see me. If there's like tall grass at any point, I'll just like cut it down.
Like almost just
I wanna,
like the chakram is just spinning around.
yeah, just cutting the grass. Like I'm like on your first day of Stardew Valley, and you don't realize you have energy, and you're clearing your whole yard. I feel like I'm doing like yeah, because it's just like I feel like I'm a very paranoid person. So the thing I would do is look for cover and attack the things I think are going to turn against me.
I think Kachi is doing this thing where he's in the middle of like flying and then just like getting like so stressed out that he's like then running and then like flying again and just like looking everywhere. So it's like, shit, tree. Okay, no, keep going. Okay, no, I can fly now. Oh shit. Okay. And then it's similar to Trigger being like, great. So now we're supposed to trust this cat. Awesome. Great. Love that idea. Okay, so now we've got all these druids, all these dryads, and what do we
said he
even
knew
know?
where the mirror shard was. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Literally stole it from us. We had it. It was ours.
Well, we lost it. Don't lose things.
First of all, we didn't lose it. Kachi lost it.
Kachi's the captain, though.
But it wasn't my fault. I was given up.
But I think I like with that like going into this like it's your fault. No, it's your fault. Like I can't trust any of you.
And Europa's just there.
Europa is hyping up whoever seems to be the most believably angry at that moment.
I want Europa to just be like, hey, that is a good point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what
right.
I'm saying. Great point, Kachi. As she's supporting this dialogue as we run. You breach the clearing back to kind of like doubling back to where the trap went off. You can see kind of like the metal remnants of this trap left behind by the shadow. You kind of reach this like the last kind of like big tree was where she pounced. Giving herself just that little bit of cover, and you can see where you were told to regroup Gwyn ahead of you.
I'm going to point it out and say, there, remember earlier? Remember earlier?
Don't you remember?
You know, from a previous time.
You remember when, don't you?
Has
and
the... Oh, sorry.
Like arriving into this space, I'm going to say, we did it. We got to go, though, so hurry up.
All right, so where's the shadow at anyway?
I don't know.
Can we hear the keeling yet?
Oh,
Like-
yes. You hear kind of like this melancholy chorus coming from the druids behind you. This low rumble of hundreds of voices kind of joined in harmony as it sounds very somber.
I don't know. We just need to get the mirror shard and we need to get out.
Excellent. So you've reached the clearing, looking around. Give me perception checks for everyone here.
12.
10.
13.
From the treetops, getting the drop on all of you. The shadow, this figure, this lithe cat, from the bough of this tree, looks out at like the chorus and looks down at all of you. Kind of like locks eyes with you, Gwyn. Is he done?
Do you hear the singing?
I'll let you decide. Would you like me to roll their insight in front of the table first? Or do you want to roll your deception check first?
I would like you to roll on the table first.
All right.
Could we also roll a performance to try to give Gwyn insight or advantage?
I'm going to say the druids are already giving advantage. If there is a skill that you or Trigger are doing in this moment to help out, as this is an elaborate plan that was concocted with lots of time to prepare. If you'd like to make a performance check to back up Gwyn, Trigger, if there's a ability check you would like to make for this as well, I will allow you to lend a die of inspiration to this check.
We also have the 16.
Yes, you do.
I don't know where we should put that.
Also, as we're running, give Gwen a bardic.
Nice.
D6?
D6.
I feel like I could probably roll higher than a 16. Maybe. I mean,
This is not me aiding, but I think my best skill check I can have right now is I want to keep my eyes on Kitty Cat.
Yeah.
To see if they believe whatever.
Fair. Like you're almost doing like a counter insight check to help out.
Right, because they could not believe and then trap us later on. So I'm just trying to see if
Absolutely. Yes. I'll let
you
that.
take. Yeah. I like that.
No, I don't think I'm. I think I'm going to stick to performance because I was
Yeah, and you take the 16.
me.
Yeah, you take. Yeah. Well, let's see what he rolls, because if he rolls terrible
Yeah,
first, well, you're doing this first. You should. Well,
no. Yeah, Matt rolls first.
Yeah.
Matt rolls first.
now rolls first, and if it's garbage, I take the 16.
Excellent.
Just to make sure we beat it.
Do I have to roll before you say? Do I have to roll, Matt, for you for the insight?
No, we can roll it afterwards.
Okay.
The bonus to this is a plus 14.
Okay. I can't use
That is
16.
a 15.
That's a 31. Oh no.
That is a 29.
Oh, 14. Yeah.
I would like to run up in a frantic daze. So you think you can fucking threaten us? You fucking cat. Who the fuck do you think you are? And I like the silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Silvery barbs. I'll let this happen. That's ballin'. I'll say.
I'll take whatever damage if she wants to fucking kick me. I can't do a fucking 29.
Sorry, it's like a bird and a cat thing. It's just like it's nature.
Let's re-roll that.
Fuck.
That's a 16. So it stays a 29 valiant effort from Kachi. As you grab onto Shadow.
I have to get a 19 or a 20.
You have a bless and a bardic.
You have your blessing. Yeah.
Oh, I have blast too. Okay. I mean, there's this much
Our guidance. Our guidance, not a bless.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Should I roll?
Hold on.
Did you see
Kachi
him?
grabbed the Shadow. So she is going to use like in a flash.
Yeah.
There's like this thin like ribbon like whip of a sword like wrapped around Kachi, and he's on the ground. Potentially, with a trip attack. For. For 18 slashing damage as this sword wraps around you. And
Did it
then
hit?
Give me a.
Percentage.
Matt, did you roll to hit?
Yes, sorry, it was a 19.
Okay.
And then a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah. 78% of my health.
It's a net one.
Kachi, ribbon wraps around you, pins you to the ground. Doesn't pin you to the ground, knocks you to the ground. Tripping attack, not a grapple.
And you wanted to trust them?
I have methods. Were they effective?
And that's going to be a deception check from Gwyn.
Okay, hear me out. I think I take the 16 because all I need to roll then is a 3. I have a plus 10 to deception. So it would give me a 26, which means that on a D4 and a D6, I need to roll 3, which means as long as I don't roll 2 1s.
Yeah, but can't you decide afterwards, or you have to decide before?
No, it functions like a luck point, so you can.
Oh,
use
so
it
I could
afterwards.
roll with
Or
advantage.
it's like a-
And
no.
you have your advantage.
Yeah,
Okay, so let
And
me
you have
do
advantage.
my bad.
doubts works like a divination roll, so you can
Oh.
use it after you find out the result, or after you find out the rolls, not after you find out the result.
Which?
I got a natural 20.
Shut the fuck up.
What the
And
fuck?
then I got a 4 on my blast. Yeah, natural 20, 4 on my bless, and then a 3 on the 6. So plus 7, plus 10 is a 37 deception check.
Oh my god! Trigger, go ahead and give me that insight check.
Sure.
It was a natural 20. Don't worry about it. You see the shadow, like, still from, like, the bough of this tree. Essentially, I guess I forgot they were in the tree when Kachi flew up. So I guess basically just, like, their 15-foot long ribbon sword, like, grabbed Kachi and just slammed him into the ground. Insane.
It's like a blaze.
So brutal.
Incredible.
Looks out over the trees and looks down looks down at the four of you.
We'll take our mirror shard now.
You've done well. Gilda would be
Exception.
proud.
Who?
My boss,
What was the name that was said? I missed that.
Gilda.
Gilda.
I suppose you've earned it. I was being truthful before. There is a ravine up the mountains here. You can easily climb. 30 paces this way. Walk for 5 minutes. It is there.
All right, see you around.
What do we call you in the future when we can't fucking call you Shadow all the time?
Right.
I suppose the Wing of Shadow is my job title.
The Wing of Shadow.
We knew about this.
Yes, we did.
As fellow walkers of the path. Urumi.
Does anyone call you Whispering Dagger? No one calls you that? Right.
No, it is. I
God, I was
am,
that player.
I have
Jesus.
left behind any name that is not the one I gave to the path.
Okay, well, I honestly can't believe you just made me do that and threatened me the way you did, and I never want to see you again. So, goodbye.
I probably want to see you again. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, you suck. Get up and trot away.
Just kind of like, it's like kind of like in the tree, kind of like slumped against the tree trunk. Like as like Kachi just like,
It's like, this one has spirit.
and like just like hops from like the next tree to the next tree to the next tree, heading off into the distance.
The ravine. Up the river.
You all follow the directions from Urumi, who you now know is the Wing of Shadow, to the ravine. The familiar log stretched across these two cliff faces where a fight once took place in Doubt's created reality. Stuck into the stump of this log is a shard of the mirror.
Woo!
And that's where we'll
Incredible.
end it for tonight with Shattered Ships.
Did we technically? I wouldn't have. Did I help in technically winning a fight with words?
I hadn't considered that. She did hit you, which would constitute a fight.
I did get hurt. I'm at 5 health.
I mean, did we win or did we just? Sorry, I'm not here.
I mean, honestly, it's up to Matt at this point.
I'm
But
gonna roll-
I
I'm
feel
gonna-
like,
I'm gonna leave it up to a luck check because it's
yeah,
it's close.
it's close.
I'll say odds. It was successful in counting
Okay.
for Loam.
That's an odd. That's a nine.
As Urumi walks off into the shadows, the Twilight amulet that you're wearing, almost without input from you, gives you this healing surge. Kachi, having fulfilled your promise to the caretaker of peace, you can now utilize the Twilight amulet once per any rest. So a short rest recharges it.
Ooh, bitch.
Ooh, is that
That's
just for
good.
me or for everybody?
That is for you.